Good morning. And how are you today? It is Tessa-Marie, and we are here with the morning blessings. I have no idea what's going on today with Instagram, but here we are. Hello, Stacy, sweetie. It is a wonderful morning. Hello, and how are you feeling today? Hi, Peter. Good morning. This is a really good, interesting topic, Peter, because I know you're building a fabulous life. So some tips and tricks today. So it is the morning blessing, and welcome everybody. We are coming to you from Toronto, Canada. It is 7:59 Eastern Standard Time. And here Stacy gives us our little greeting so that everybody gets it when they come in. Here we go. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. So you guys are here. You guys are getting it. We are not waiting for the crowd. The crowd will come. So you saw what it said, right? The heading, the topic. Manifesting is a serious matter. It is a serious matter. Harnessing the creative energy is huge. Guiding your ideas into being is challenging. Getting involved in the realm of creation has pausing moments. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Nancy. Oh, hi, Nancy. You made it. You're at the beach. So, today, this is important. Harnessing creative energy is huge. Guiding your ideas into being is challenging. Getting involved in the realm of creation has pausing moments. Then, guess what? The opposite is also true. Choice to make manifesting a game is difficult. Choosing to do it is available. Being playful on life's journey is important. All work and no play makes Nancy, Peter, Stacy, Colin, myself dull human beings. If you choose to create the life of your choice, know your inner child has a say in it. Who is your inner child? And why do they have a say in it? I want to create this marvelous life. And you're telling me there is somebody inside of me that wants to have a part of it. They do. Because inside of all of us lies a child that will throw a box of crayons on the floor just to choose to make the sky green today. I remembered when I had my ceramic studio and I'd go to the school at Christmas time to make little Jesus Mary nativity sets. Those kids, hello Ryan, good morning. Those kids would paint Jesus green. And you should see what the straw was purple. And they really believed it was the best. And I told them it is the best. So manifesting is really a serious matter. It is. Creating the life of your choice is serious. It's getting involved in the realm of creation is hard. There's a pausing. You have to pause sometimes. But then the opposite is true. You can create and have fun creating. You can create and learn to dance through it. And of course, there's hardships, there's challenges, just things that come in your way. That is why they said a long time ago, to quote it as it was written, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And that is true. We know there are certain populations of the world that their children have to be intellectual, education, and the pressure is so hard. My daughter Vanessa is a doctor, went to medical school, and she would come home and tell me of her friends that are losing their hair just dropping from their head. Some of them, they would find them sitting in a corner in their dorm because of the pressure of education. If I get below this, Vanessa, my parents will just disown me. Good morning, Georgie. How are you feeling? And of course, as I always say, because of my wonderful young age, I am able to pull from the past when I was younger and bring it to the future and to the present right now for you. And I'm telling you, all that is difficult, making the children and yourself do it. You're working, you have to get it, you must pass, you have to get it. That's great. When are they going to let loose? I don't know if I was a perfect parent, but I do know when they came home from school, they had an hour to do whatever they wanted. I had the idea in my head all day long. They heard, no, you cannot, no, sit down, no, shut up, No answer. They were like, people don't realize the classroom is like a drill. It is, because they have to keep 20 people or 30 people in line. And you're back home. Oh, how that's great. And have internet here. That's nice, Nancy. And that is why you have to allow play. And even as an adult, you have to allow play. Yes, you have a whole load of laundry, but today, do you want to just sit outside? Because guess what? You will have laundry to do in December, and you will have no choice but to do it because you can't go sit outside. But right now, you can sit outside. So can the laundry wait, or will the laundry leave? Just think about it. Because you don't put it in the washing machine, that means it's going to walk out of the house. Well, if it does, well, you're one of the lucky ones. The laundry has decided, I'm not staying here, nobody's washing me. And I always emphasize, in the summer, housework, if I had to do it, would not get done. I do everything on the barbecue. One of my neighbors said to me, what don't you do on your barbecue? You know why? Because I can be outside. That's why. And I'd rather be outside than be inside during the summer. I want to play. I want to enjoy. I want to say good morning to that rose bush. Good morning. As I'm picking the beans, I want to tell the beans, thank you. You know, and laugh. And maybe my neighbor will hear me and say, who are you talking to? To the beans. Why? Well, I want to say thank you. I'm going to eat it. And things like that. I want to stand up. When I do this, my cousin almost fell off his rocker. He's standing there, and I just snap an asparagus from the garden, and I chew, and that was so delicious. He said, do you eat that? I said, what do you think? Did you have to wash it? I said, what do you think? Did you see me wash it? No, I wanted to eat it. That is the playful things. I will remember the day I cannot walk into that garden to pick one, that I had it and I ate it. That, you know, so what I would really like you to remember is that you have a choice to create. Yes, you can create. Yes, you must manifest. Yes, it takes diligence. Yes, it has all of that. If I choose to create the life of my choice, know your inner child has a say. Because you are saying that, say, you know, I'm choosing this life, but there's something that wants me to dance, to giggle, to laugh, to shout. Do that. Be playful as you strive to create. Always try to find something playful as you are pushing to do this. Find something. You know what you said there, Georgie and Stacey? Fine. Enjoy the moment. But we don't, though. And that takes persistence, and that takes consciousness, and that takes being in the moment. So first we have to drive ourselves to being in the moment. Get ourselves in the moment. And when we get there, to be aware we are here. You know, like if you're on the beach, you're on the beach. So what is on the beach? The sand. Put your feet in the sand. What is there? Look at it. So creation doesn't mean you have to be always. You have to do it every day. But you do not have to make it give you a headache. You want to be a multimillionaire. That doesn't mean that is all you think about, because sometimes you need to buy a bottle of wine for $50 and drink it as in one sitting. And then laugh and say, I did it. You know what I did? Call Arita, call Stacy, call somebody and say, you know what I did? I decided I'm just going to have this. And sometimes you do, but you are still creating. That doesn't stop you from creating. When you play, you release different types of energy. And sometimes when you are playing, that is when the creativity vein opens up and blood starts flowing to your mind. You cannot stop. Hi, Londi. You can. Hi, Yuko. Good morning. You cannot stop and be serious. I have to win. I must be this. I have to. You can. But you cannot stay there. You cannot stay in that mode of constantly wanting to succeed like that. You have the time for it. You have the opportunity for it. When last did you breathe outside? Actually, you're outside every day. When last did you realize you can take in the air and you can swallow it and then you can bring it out? Playing with life is fun. Creating is amazing. Wanting to reach where you have to do, climb that mountain, get to the summit and stand there and plant your bloody flag is easy when you think of it. But to get there, you have some challenges. And the most important thing is not hitting it all the day, all the time. But there are times, the smith hits the anvil when the iron is hot. The iron is not always hot because sometimes the iron is in the fire and sometimes the iron is not in the fire. So when it's not in the fire, don't you think it's useless to be hitting it? When you could just relax, see what color the flames are and hit and pull it out and then hit it. The smith can only hit the iron when it's this way, that way, and he keeps turning it. But we want to get that one way and push through it. But there's not one way to get to a destination, is there? My neighbor went to do Hajj, and he said, we are so lucky in Canada. It's one flight, he said, 12 and a half hours. And then he said, there are people, hi Ellen, good morning, that have so many stops before they get to Mecca. And I heard him, and to me that is a journey, right? Because as a Muslim, you should visit Mecca once in your lifetime if you are well enough to do it and have the money to do it. This is what they always say. So my neighbor and his wife went to Mecca. And I saw him yesterday and he said, hi, I'm back. I said, yeah, I see that. And I said, how was it? He said, we are so lucky in Canada that we have that one flight to take us to Mecca, whereas others have so many stops before they get there. So that is different people, different journeys. He is in a country where he can get a flight. Some others are in countries where they have to drive. Some others are in countries where they need to go from one country to the other. So 13 and a half hours from Toronto to India. I did that. But I also know we could have stopped in different places if we wanted it. But that is journey. That is what life is about. So when we are manifesting, we have to realize that we have to strive to find the playfulness from within. Because you cannot always be serious when you're manifesting. There are things you're going to have to enjoy along the way. There are things you have to learn. I tell people I am on 24/7. I purposely come at 1 minute to 8 only because sometimes Wi-Fi or Instagram is having a fight with their wife and they're taking it out on me. And sometimes no matter what you do, it will not give you what you're looking for. But you know what? Then you have a plan. I do have a plan. Good morning, Marina. How are you feeling today? And if my plan doesn't work and a path shows up, that is the path I am going to take. Hello, Relentless. Because you see, manifesting is a serious matter and it's also a playful matter. You can want to be the best at what you desire. But along the way, if Jack doesn't get a chance or Jane doesn't get a chance to be childlike, they will never realize they've arrived at the top of the mountain, only to feel like a child and to really enjoy the scenery. When last you manifested a vacation, you wanted to go to somewhere warm in the middle of the winter and you end up there and all you do is complain about the food in the hotel. Really? Did you die? Did you starve to death? Did they poison you? So when you have a dream, a manifestation, when it comes, enjoy it. So this vacation you wanted, you end up in Mexico, in Chile, in Timbuktu, I don't know, anywhere. You planned it. And you're standing on the beach. Did you breathe in the energy of the sun? Did you breathe the energy? Instead, you're telling me, well, it was guys, I got there, but the beach was dirty and my room wasn't so nice. Really? Did you go just for the room? Or did you go to enjoy the atmosphere, to see green, when all we are seeing in February is gray and cold and windy and ice and sleet and snow? So manifesting is one thing. But when you manifest that thing, make sure you enjoy it. Like my neighbor, he enjoyed going to Mecca. He said it was something I desired to do. And now the kids are out of university and they're on their own. And it's not a cheap journey, by the way. It's like $10,000 for two people, or I don't know if it's two or one. It can't even be more. But he said many times I just paused because it was a dream, a desire. I manifested it. So when we are missing and we're feeling dissatisfied, remember that hand that is caressing your shoulder. You manifested that lover, that spouse, that husband, that wife. Remember that and enjoy the touch. Enjoy the physical touch. Enjoy the smile. You manifested it all, and now you're finding fault in every nook and cranny of it. Come on. Because you see, manifesting means you must embrace both the seriousness of the commitment and the playfulness of being free to create a life of your choice. It's serious. It's serious. I want, when I get to be 50, to be able to go over here, to travel there. I desire this, Tessa-Marie. I want to do a European tour when I'm 57 and I'm 55. Or I want to do this when I retire. So you're manifesting, but at the same time, did you go to that car dealership and touch that car? Did you go and look at those places you want to visit? Did you pick up go online and check this place out? Did you? You can be in it before you have it. You can test it before you have it. You need to feel it before you have it. What can you do? You can play. That's why a vision board is important for some people. My vision is like a television show. It has always been. I can just see it passing in front of me. I can recreate it and I can fix it. That is just me. My friend needs to have a vision board. I help her with it, but because I can see what she's saying, I can hear her words and I can feel her energy, and I go, okay, I get that. So why don't we just take that picture and put there and clip this and modify that and change that, because that's not what you desire. It takes years. I have the pergola, and it's maybe 4 years, but I wanted the pergola and I to connect. I manifested it, because if you look at the back of the book, any of my books, you will see this spot right here. Where the pergola stands today, this is what it looked like. I shared it with the raccoons at night, and I came in the morning, and before I sat down, I had to make sure I got the raccoons poo out of there. And it was the bathroom. But I am the one that went into the space. And you might say, well, it's your property. Yes, it is, but they were there before me. So I made it into my space. Up to this, as you can see, that's where I wrote, that's where I dreamed, that's where I saw visions of what I desired. And then the pergola was built. It was built by somebody else. I had to wait for their energy to dissipate and for my energy to come in. I played with it. And finally, my friend Colin came and helped. I bought the lights for the pergola 2 years ago. And finally, she came and we did the light, and then the gardener man came and helped me to put stuff up, and the rug went on. And it is mine now. Although I manifested it 4 years ago and chose the design, I did something that I normally don't do. I had a design. So I'm getting there. Don't run away because you're not getting it. I had this design in my mind. And Jody got the construction man, made it into a spaceship. So that was Joe's design, but I liked it because I love the unusual. So my plan was this, and a new path opened. The path made it playful because it looks like it's something that's going to take off anytime. And that is what is important. It became playful. It's unusual. And when Colin came and we put the lights and something we did, she came back and she said, I don't like that. Let's clip that out and take those little things out of there. And she did it. And it was like we were having fun. The plan went its way, but we stayed with what we had in mind. So now I go to the pergola about 4:30 in the morning. When I wake up, about 15 minutes later, I go in there. I have habits. You own a home, you need to check it out in the morning. So you go through the house and you might pray as you walk through your house. That's me. And then I come off the side door and I go to the pergola. I sit there at that time of the morning for about 5 to 7 minutes. I do not pray. I breathe and I enjoy hearing the birds. I watch the moon up there. There's a bird that sits on one of the chimneys on the house and I just say hello. It's always there. And that is part of being playful. But then when I go back in, I get serious. And when I start writing the morning blessings and you see me stumbling to read it, it's not because I can't read. It's because my brain goes faster than my hand. So I might be saying that when I wanted to say, hey, you know what I mean? But I am not perfect and I do not expect to be perfect. I have something I want to share. I have a little bit of wisdom and a tiny bit of experience. I have been down the planning path and I've rode that I thought I have to get off the plan and go on the path because the path opened in front of me. Take creating your life serious without going about it in a serious way. Stop and play. The life that you desire, take creating it seriously. That means you do not just go away from it and say, it's not working, I'm going to give up, and turn your back on it. No. You take it seriously. I know I can. It will happen. I have no idea when, but one thing I know for sure, I'm holding on until it does. Along the way, I'm going to stop because there is a stream. I'm going to put my feet in the water and sit on a stone. I have a plan. I'm going on a vacation. You have in your mind, you must say, and when I get there, I'm throwing out caution to the wind. If the water I'm fed is salty, then I'll just drink more water. There has to be the opposite of what you're experiencing when you go and acknowledge, hey, I want it to be there and I am there. It is hot because it is hot. The food is, it is. Find out something. You do not have to complain because you paid money and feel like the Lord, oh, I have that money and they're your servants. Nobody is your servant but you. And you need to enjoy that. So when we are too serious, we put a burden on manifesting. We shelve the playful side of manifesting. We put it aside. You don't understand. I've been wanting that for 20 years. Well, get over it. Nobody gave you a time limit unless you created it. Did you say when you want it done? Or did you let nature decide for you? So no wonder it's 20 years it's taking you. When we create, there is no right or wrong way. No boundaries, no stakes, no quarters. There's no quarter, no stakes. You have no stake in it. There's no boundaries. When you have no boundaries, we are in an uninhibited state. That is when our spirit surfaces. So listen to that. When we create, there are no boundaries, no right or wrong way, no stakes, no quarters. But when we are in an uninhibited state, that is when our spirit surfaces. And when it comes calling, when your spirit comes to the top, it might tell you, hey, each day I am here. And you might say that. I come here 5 days a week. And actually, I used to do Facebook before I started doing Instagram. That is where Yuko found me and some other people. So each day is about showing up. I had to keep polishing it. I had to look at the nugget and dig and hear a thought and take that thought and see if I can run with the thought. And sometimes it's a tiny, tiny piece. It's not anything big, grand. And I would pull on that string and stretch it until it grew into something better. Each day is about showing up, building ideas, breaking ideas down, experimenting, and surprising ourselves. Oh, holy shit, I did this. You know how many times I've been surprised? This is 4.5 years of this. 4 years of doing the morning blessings. 4 full years. Good morning, Loretta, of doing this morning blessing. But before that, there was a whole year at Facebook at 7:15. You do not want to be there when you saw myself and Amanda, my friend, who was helping me to get bold enough to do this. So every repetition leads to a new version. Never plan or attach a preconceived idea to anything you do. So you never believe that that thing you planned, attached to it so much. The original version of a plan can lead to a path to be taken with no idea where it will go. Sometimes we need to take the new path. So in all of our planning, we have to sometimes stop, because all of a sudden there's a new idea. It came into your mind, but you're saying, well, that won't take me where I need to go. Who told you it won't take you where you need to go? Remember what my neighbor said. Straight from Toronto to Mecca. Others have to take a hop, skip, and a jump to get there. So you still get there. So sometimes we have a plan for a journey. And along the way, there is a detour. There is something that is telling you, okay, Instagram is not helping. The Wi-Fi had gone to the museum and it got stuck there. And you were there pushing through and pushing through. Do you lose your cool? Or do you breathe and say, okay, what is the message in this certain detour? Why am I supposed to leave the plan and go on the path? Ask that question instead of getting angry and furious and letting, when anger comes and you're manifesting, come on, man. That's the burden you're putting on manifesting. When you realize that you're doing this, I was talking about your Facebook yesterday's live. They were very impressed how improved you are now. You thinking? You think? But it was the persistency that did this. I had no flipping idea. I still have no idea. But the path comes with a plan. And I just go. I do not say no. The library called and said, we need to see you. Please have a chat with us about what you can do with financial literacy. I never say no. The library doesn't pay. But I'm committed. Because you have to remember, if I go to the library, I am going to be sharpening my axe better. My axe is my skill. I'm going to learn how to talk in front of a live audience because they're sitting there. So because they don't pay, do I turn them down? No. Sometimes people are so afraid of getting something for free that they would rather walk away because they don't believe they're worthy to receive something. There are others that get a lot and they have the ability to pay and they will not pay. And then all of a sudden, they hit themselves, boom, they hit the wall. And the wall tells them, hey, how can you have more if you do not honor the agreement you made to pay people? And that is something you have to remember. I know what I'm going to say to you now is going to sound crazy to some of you. So if you hire somebody to do work for you, and you pay them to do it, and you say you're going to pay them you hire them. Agreement, I will do this, I want this much money. And you say, okay, you do this, and I will pay you what you asked for. So they don't meet it all the way. They do a half-assed job. What is your choice? Fight them? Refuse to pay them? Go to court with them? Look at the amount of energy you are wasting on all of that. But you made an agreement. It's too bad they did not keep theirs. So you pay them. You will not hire them again. You pay them. If they charge you more and you just want to get rid of them, you still pay them. When I talk with you and I tell you, you manifest what you want, is all of that. All of those attitudes block you. There was a man that did a marvelous job for a washroom. He had a commitment to do it, but he maybe came back and he said, I need $2,000 from you. I said, sure. My husband looked at me, you're going to get him? I said, he did a good job. He thinks he needs more. Let us give it to him and let him go. We just will not call him again because he cannot honor. His contract was written. I could afford it. But the energy was not worth it for me to give him more. Fight him, the time, the energy. No, give it to him. I don't know what possessed this human being to call me the next day and said to me, you know something that happened to me last night? And when he said it, I felt it in my stomach. He said to me, I packed my truck outside of my house and somebody got into the truck and stole over $2,000 worth of my equipment. I don't know why he called me to say that to me. I still don't know. I said, oh, that is too bad. I'm really sorry to hear that. And that was all I said. But you know what I heard, right? It was, he had to come back. There was no reason for him to tell me. When I told my husband, he said, you know what, I when it comes to you and this energy that you pick up, I have nothing to do with it. He said, that's what he called you, just to tell you that. I said, yes. So what do you think? I said, nothing. That's nothing to do with me. He wanted money, I gave it to him, and he lost it. So there you go. That doesn't mean I'm right, but I'm just showing you what you can do when you do not honor the arrangements you make. The worst arrangement that you make and you break is when you do not stay consistent in what you desire to do. It took me 4 years to have the guts to talk to you. You put me on a stage and I sweep the stage with my feet. I walk from one side of the stage, I feel the energy of the crowd. It wasn't always like that. When you guys write, I feel you. When you say something, I feel you. I remember you and I remember the little things you will say about it. Because my job is to engage you. My job is to tickle your mind and force you to realize you have the power to do anything you desire to do. And no one can come in your way but you. So, the original version of a plan can lead to a path to be taken with no idea where it will sometimes go. We need to take the new path because it's only when we take that path we might arrive at our destination. If we stop at the base of the new path, pulling ourselves to the old plan, we will not move. Because sometimes what we manifest tells us what we should do for them to be part of our life. Have a great day. Thank you, everybody. Stacey said, thank you, Tessa-Marie. I had to tell you guys and remind you, my name is Tessa-Marie, okay? I know that. You guys believe it and you don't say it. Rita does. Hi, June. You have an amazing gift that you are able to share. Thank you, Julie. I'm Nancy. I love that. Hi, Georgie, Stacy. The two of you are all chatting. You are correct. She also has introduced us to each other. I'm so grateful. I was talking about your Facebook. Yes, thank you, Yuko, for letting people look at my madness. Absolutely amazing. Tessa-Marie practices what she shares consistently. I do. The blessing is fantastic. Thanks. Hi, Loretta. You have so much talent. I love learning from you. I am still learning. You know I learn from you. I learn from you guys. I learn from people every day. I learn how to behave and how not to behave from others. I do. So sometimes somebody behaves in a way and I go, I love this. I want to learn that technique. And that's what all of us should do. I have the picture cut out, but always what I wanted, but different colors. Londi said, I did that years ago in Australia where we went to a car dealership and sat in a X months later I had it. I know, eh? I have done that. I purposely did a little trick with my girlfriend long ago. I said to her, how you dress is important when you go to certain places. She said no. She was a bold woman. And so I said, well, let's go to Simpson's. It's a big department store. It's long con. It's an old department store. And I'm going to dress how I always dress. Because she'll say to me, don't overdress. She'd always call me and say, we're going, but please don't dress too much. And I'm thinking, I don't know how to dress less than that. So anyway, we walked into Simpson's at Cedar Brimwall, and immediately this lady came to me. Oh, can I help you? And she's all bubbly, and I said I wanted false artificial flowers, which I wouldn't buy, and then she gave it to me, and she said, I know I have some over there that would really suit you, and she's all giddily. And my girlfriend is standing there, and nobody is serving her. So then she finally came to another lady, and she goes, can you help me? Oh yeah, I will be with you in a minute. I said, you see, nobody gravitates to you because of how you look or how the energy you have. If your energy is down, people will not come to you. They would rather jump a hoop and go somewhere else than you and your little energy that is how you dress. You have to sometimes remember that. You're not going to suit everybody, but your energy demands that you wear or you dress in a certain way, then that's what you do. You feel better, and that's what you do. We should never take things for granted, you think? So anyway, wonderful people, I'm so glad you're here. Let us close this. Hi, Nancy, Stacy, Rita, Georgie, Marina, Ryan, Loretta, and Lundy. Thank you guys for hanging for this long, because this is like 5 minutes longer, and every minute matters in our lives. So have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow, Friday. I have no idea what will be downloaded. I have to say, I trust this had a message for somebody. If it's you, claim it and say, no, I know. Have a great day.